Hello! I'm Red Ratchet, but you can just call me Red. Anyways, I love video games, which should be pretty self-explanatory. However, there's always been a video game series I've always loved more than others, and that is, obviously, Ratchet and Clank. Now, because of it being my first video game ever, and my favorite video game series ever, I wanted to know more about the series' merchandise. So, here we are with this video. First off, I want to make it clear that I will not ever sell any of these things. They are mine, and I personally just want to keep them. Second, most of these items are obtainable over anywhere really on the internet, but I usually get this stuff from Amazon, eBay, or Redbubble.
I also just wanted to say a huge thank you to my Instagram followers because really the reason why I'm making this video is because of them, so yeah.
Let's begin! So, the first thing we're going to start off with is the games. So I have all Ratchet and Clank games, but really the reason why I got into this series was because my dad on the PS2 got the original 3 games, which you just saw now. And those really are what made me into video games now. And that's why I have all the Ratchet and Clank games, really, is because I find all of them good in their own ways. They're all unique, and really I find each game improving over the last one, for the most part. Okay, now next is books. So Ratchet and Clank surprisingly has a lot of books. Now, the first thing you're seeing here is the Ratchet and Clank comic book, which is one of the easiest things that you could probably find on the internet. It's pretty good. I think that the comic is pretty good. And the other books are really interesting, actually. The other ones, for the most part, are strategy guide books that are pretty useful if you're trying to platinum or find everything in a Ratchet and Clank game. So I found finding these and collecting these really useful because I can find trophies that I never knew existed or skill points from the games. Now, after that, there's the Ratchet and Clank movie books, which is the Ratchet and Clank movie novel, which is basically the Ratchet and Clank movie, but you can read it in, chapter book. And the other one, which is a storybook, really, for little kids, even though I obviously bought it, and it's pretty great, because, well, it was like a few months, I think, before the movie even came out, so it was kind of interesting seeing images I'd never seen before, and it was kind of different. And finally, these, I think five books. There's 3 right here, which is the Japanese Ratchet and Clank guidebooks, which is for the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th game. These are really weird. Like, there are a lot of images and things in here that are completely different and you never even see on the internet. And I don't even know how to say about them. They're just so weird. I think my favorite one is probably the 4th one out of all the books because it came with a paper Clank, so I can cut out a paper Clank if I wanted to and build it, which is really cool, I think. That's just such a unique idea. And the last 2 Ratchet and Clank books that I own are the mangas, and surprisingly they aren't that hard to find. It's just that there isn't much information about them. There aren't that many images, there's no translations or anything like that. But yeah, I do have the 2 mangas and they are very weird. That's all I have to say. I have no idea what's going on in them, but it's definitely not canon. Ratchet doesn't even have a tail in the whole thing, but it's really interesting and different, and I'd recommend if you like reading and you like Ratchet and Clank, then it's definitely cool to get these books. So this is something really quick, but here are the Ratchet and Clank tickets. So now we're on to posters, and this one came from the movie book, actually. These 2 came from the figures, because they're packaged in. And this fabric poster was, I think, the first actual poster of Ratchet Clank I got, which is cool. And this is my favorite one. I have the actual movie poster that, you know, they usually put up in movie theaters in my room, which is definitely awesome. You should get it. I also got this free poster within the book, so that kind of came with it. Something I forgot to say earlier was that I pre-ordered the game guidebook for the Ratchet and Clank movie, and I actually have the Ratchet and Clank movie, so I just kind of forgot to add those in. Oh, look at this! And look at this! Yeah. So I've been editing this video for such a long time that it's actually caught up, and now I have those items, but yeah, I'm just gonna continue on and go to the next section. Welcome to the next section! So we're at stickers and t-shirts, and these are not that hard to find. The oldest one I have is the Ratchet Clank All for One shirt, and then the rest are just kind of easy to find. Stickers and the other shirts that I own are from Redbubble, and those are cool. They're like fan-made type stuff. Alright, what up? Look at this. Plushies next. Whoa, okay. So we have this. This is customized All for One Ratchet and Clank plush. Well, it's not all customized, but like the back you saw a little earlier, there's like a Velcro thing, and they're really cool looking. I think they're my favorite, these two, because they're just like, they're sculpted really well. Like they're very close and similar to the games. And I don't know, I just like this. And then the next one is a Crack in Time, like the cartoony look from A Crack in Time, and they're really cool. They're really awesome. And actually, they like the Clank has like a wire arm thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. And then Ratchet's like fluff is like super soft. I'm not really sure why, but it's what did I say something? Yeah. So this is just a bunch of random stuff that I just kind of have that's Ratchet and Clank related, like popcorn bags, some of the boxes for action figures. Actually, I have another copy of one of the figures, and even like the wrench and costume that I wore years ago. Okay, this is kind of gonna be the longest section that I probably have, which is the action figures. So I do have all of them. The first one we're seeing is the Hollow Flux Ratchet, which is my first figure. I also have the Hyperflux Ratchet. Sorry, it's moving around. The Hyperflux Ratchet figure. That's a cool figure. I also have the Ratchet with Transforming Clank. That's the one that you saw that has a double that's broken. And then the rest I was lazy and I didn't want to really move them in their positions and stuff. But there's like the Armored Zircon Ratchet, the Smuggler, Dr. Nefarious, Alistair Azimuth, and the Captain Port figure, I'm pretty sure. My sister, actually, she has the Rusty Pete figure, and I also forgot to mention earlier that she does have the Clank All for One stuffed animal, so I stole that from her. I also forgot to mention that I have these Ratchet and Clank mini-mates, so yeah, that's, I guess, a figure, huh? We are finally on the last section! Whoa. Okay, so just a quick summary. The last section is rare stuff. Kinda rare stuff. So, yeah, prepare for that. Alright, so here is the kind of rare stuff that I own that's Ratchet and Clank. So I have this Secret Agent Clank figure that you could really only get if you pre-ordered Secret Agent Clank on the PSP at GameStop. And I didn't do that, but I did get this off of eBay for like only $20. I'm saying it's kind of rare because it pops up on eBay auctions and it disappears, and the only place you can really get it is eBay. You can't get it Amazon or really any other website that's at least safe. I actually got it brand new and I kept the bag, as you can see right here, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, the figure is really cool looking, and if you want something that looks cool, if there's an auction, then I guarantee if you get it, it's a really cool thing to own. You just have to be a little careful with it, I guess, because it can be fragile. Okay, so we have this card, this super rare card. It's crazy. It's Day of the Tentacle remastered card. Yeah, so these are like rare PSX cards. If you don't know what PSX is, it's PlayStation Experience. And so these cards were given out actually to people who played the demos and tried out games before they were released in 2016. So this was PlayStation Experience 2015, and there's two versions for a card, a bronze and a platinum, and the platinum is more rare. And I didn't go to this thing, but on eBay actually for up on auction they had a Ratchet and Clank platinum card along with for some random reason a Tentacle remastered game thing. I don't even know what that game is, but I have it now as a card. But yeah, I haven't seen this show up on eBay at all anymore, so I have no idea how rare this thing actually is. I don't know if it's super rare or it just exists, or I have no freaking clue. So if someone knows more about this, yeah. So here we are to the rarest Ratchet and Clank item that I have, which is the Japanese Clank figure. It is actually really rare, and I'm surprised I have this figure. It's one of the oldest, like, any merchandise type thing that's ever been around for Ratchet and Clank. I think that it's only been sold or whatever to actual Insomniac employees, so that's kind of cool to own something like this. I plan on trying to get more cool, amazing stuff like this in the future, but it's just harder to find this stuff because Ratchet and Clank's not a popular franchise, exactly. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and leave a like or something like that. I don't know.